G'day traders, Sam here from Trade2Prospa to give you a crypto update on Bitcoin. If you looked at my previous video, you will have noticed my Fibonacci levels on the macro. There's overlaying Fibonacci on two instances, so we have key levels. And when we zoom in, keep note of this zero point 0.5 Fibonacci, that level there, as well as a 1.14. And there are a few more if you look at the video. But when we look at this, do we have a descending pattern? Yes, but can that be bearish? No. The more it points down, in some cases, it becomes bullish. So let's have a look at it on a smaller time frame. That's a 2-day chart. Let's go to the 8-hour. Okay, the 8-hour shows you. Okay, it's just a bit slow. We had this triangle pattern, and the target for the triangle pattern is pretty much reached for the breakdown. When we look at this structure, it does look like a reversal structure, that not for macro, just like a reversal structure for some potential highs. So what we have pretty much selling climax, secondary test, and this is potentially meant to be a spring of some sort. But you can see how dominant this resistance is. There is another chart that I have in the macro channel that there's a channel that sort of comes down, and that's the pivot point, and it's pushing it down. If I have a chance, I'll bring it up towards the end, but I just want to look at this on a small time frame. Go to the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, you can see my RSI finding this level as support. We've seen this candle retest the top. So if we were to apply the Fibonacci on this structure, it really got rejected. As you can see, hold on, give me a sec. See this macro Fibonacci? It got that rejection right there with the 10 and 20 moving average. So this was, I recall, the 0.5 macro fib. So that is acting as a resistance. Before it was acting as support, if you look at that. So this triangle could be a number of ways of looking at it. And this is it doesn't necessarily have to be a symmetrical. It could also be a flat. And we got that resistance there on the macro. So this Fibonacci is going to be the main one to pass if we're going to be bullish. Looking at the local Fibonacci, as we use 1 and 0 as a reference, we have the 0.382 trying to hold this level. So this was a short entry. This was a back test to this level, and it got a rejection from the bears. Shorts have come in and pushed it down. So if we look on a smaller time frame, let's clean that up. We can see that was the entry for a short. There was it did drop a fair bit, and the way it dropped, it was a good position to buy. Whenever you see something strong move and a bullish candle like this with the wick, that was a buy signal. And obviously the bears are waiting here for the back test at this level. So that was the first sign, this here. The second sign was this back test and the rejection, as I said, from the macro Fibonacci. Now we're in a state of, I do believe, downward pressure. So this moving average maybe plays a role, but until we break this level here, do not go long. I do think this is going to go sideways and probably eventually drop into my interest area, which is the golden ratio. So let's go back to the 4-hour. And why this level? Well, we have, like I said, we've tested. Let's see this for a sec. We might have to bring this down here for a sec. Yep, there we go. Because we got we've got that range maybe there, or I'll still use that. So this level here, if we were to put our golden ratio, is perfectly there. So that is our area of interest. 2 overlaying Fibonacci's and also previous support. So if this was not to hold, which I do think it's not going to hold because that's a rejection area, this is likely to be a good bounce, go long, and then we see what happens after that. The worst case scenario is this is A, B, C, and up. So a bit of a bullish divergence we're going to look for in the making here. So that is currently, yeah, it is. So we want to see that continue on. Even if the price drops to here, we want to see it hold above this RSI. If that's the case, then that is like a nice reversal. What do you call it? A swing trade. Worst case scenario, you can see how that could also mean that we come to a double bottom. That we can also look at that as a double bottom. Good position to buy. How long will it go? We don't know, but that is definitely another swing trade. When we look at this, we have the channel as well. So if we look at this channel, the center of this channel also correlates to this golden ratio. So I do think this is going to be a good spot to buy. I think this ABC pullback will be good, and that's my area of interest to buy long at the moment. How much? That's up to you. This is just a trade, not the macro. I still believe on the macro, we are likely to come down, but for the short term, we still might make some good moves. And this is the confirmation that we break that. So if we were to count this as a bullish structure, that's our A, B, C, D, and that could be our E, or that could be our E. One of these, I like this one the most. It's a deeper pullback. The deeper, the better the spring. And anyway, it is very possible that this could happen, but I'm looking at that odds. This is bearish, more so bearish. With the Wyckoff structure, it seems like a breakdown, but this is still within the Wyckoff structure. So that's all I got for now, guys. Hopefully that gives you some ideas on how to trade this. The shorting entry was the up, so you might want to take some profit here, and then say if the price does come up, you can you will cut your, unless you manage your risk in terms of your initial trade, and you won't be in the negative. So I'm going to leave it at that. Please give me a like and share. Talk to you soon. Cheers.